Hey, buddy, first things first. Do you have any update for us on Trevor?
Trevor, we think is going to be fine. He had X-rays, Ed. They were negative, so I think we dodged a bullet there.
Good news there for sure. Hey, buddy, with regard to Chi today, uh, late in the Nateness start, it seemed like fatigue maybe setting in a little bit, and he was just kind of running out of gas. Is that how you saw it?
No, I think he just didn't make good pitches, Ed. He fell behind a couple hitters, didn't make pitches when he needed to. His pitch count was fine. His stamina is built up. He was only 80 pitches. The thing about it, they're in the fifth. He ran, into the mid 20s in pitches, mid to late 20s. He might have tired a little bit, but his stuff was still fine. He was still throwing his fastball with velocity. Maybe better question for him, right? I can't gauge the tiredness of the pitcher all the time, but it looked to me like his stuff was still okay. Some ill-advised walks there, and he hung a breaking ball on a 3-1 count to Smith. You can't get behind guys, Ed. I think we saw that again today with Daniel.
And buddy, since you brought Daniel up, let's talk about that a little bit.
Let's do it, Ed.
It seemed to me that with regard to him, the slider command was pretty good, but the fastball command really didn't seem to be there.
Yeah, I agree. Couldn't really get the fastball in good spots. Threw a couple good inside fastballs that looked close from the dugout, didn't get the call. Velocity was great, up to 99. He was throwing the ball fine. He's well rested. I think, that's one of the reasons he came in the eighth. He had only pitched, twice in 12 days. We needed to get him in there to keep him current. But, the fastball command wasn't great. Velocity was there. Threw some good breaking balls. But I think, really the backbreaker was Vogt. I think Vogt was sitting on him. On the breaking ball, and it was down, but Vogt, veteran hitter, got down, then hooked it down the line.
Thanks, buddy.
Got it, Ed. Patrick Saunders.
Hey, buddy. To follow up on Daniel, and I apologize because my reception was a little shaky here. From what I could tell, the velocity and the braking stuff was fine. It was just location, and I apologize if I'm repeating a question.
Yeah, no need to apologize, Patrick. I know that in this modern era, there are some technical difficulties and some glitches, but hey, no worries. Daniel, good stuff, right? Well rested, but you're correct. The command wasn't great. Stuff was solid. Some pitches at the top of the zone didn't get called. The breaking ball was sharp. Just didn't get the fastball where he needed to. And the one breaking ball to Vogt, I think Vogt was sitting on it, was down and in. And Vogt's pretty good down and in. So, again, ball strike ratio, not good. We've talked about that. Some deeper counts behind the count. They squared up some fastballs after Vogt's hit. So tough day for Daniel. I think he'll talk about it here shortly.
Buddy, kind of a gut punch loss. You guys finally get that inning in the eighth where you string together a bunch of hits. But kind of the same old song and dance too. 2 for 15 with runners in scoring position. You had your chances, didn't you?
Yeah, correct. We did. We didn't get the big hit throughout the game. We had chances. We got some knocks. We got some walks, but we couldn't get that big 2-out hit. It seemed to happen with 2 outs. We got some 2-out hits there late with Tapp and Hampy, but there were some previous innings where we had opportunities and didn't get there. So you're right, and that's the difference in today's game was the Diamondbacks. They strung together. That 3-run inning and that 4-run eighth with some consecutive hits and big hits, doubles, triples. We got a single from Tapp, a single from Hampy, but the Diamondbacks strung some hits together against Chi and Daniel.
And I know you said that you guys dodged a bullet with Trevor. When it happened and when you decided to take him out of the game before the bottom of the eighth, was your worry that he might have fractured that index finger?
Well, I did. Our worry was just in real time with the game, Patrick. We didn't know whether he could throw. And you got to make a decision within seconds because the pitcher's coming to the mound, and I got to tell the umpire before the pitcher hits the dirt whether we're going to, make some sort of switch. So I felt it was prudent to take Trevor out because we did not know whether he could throw or not. If there was a ground ball to him or anything, he might not be able to throw. And also to be cautious with Trev. It was sore, but he went in, got the X-rays here in Phoenix, here at the ballpark, And Keith told me they came back negative, so that's good. That's a good thing, obviously.
And one more on that topic. Too early to tell, obviously, if the bruise, if that's what it turns out to be, we'll keep him out for a day or two.
Yeah, too early to tell. We'll see how it sets up tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thomas?
Yeah, buddy, I missed the beginning, so forgive me if I do.
Apology accepted.
All right. First of all, the eighth inning, the Tapia, the way he kind of got you going, we talked about him this morning. I mean, do you find that he's also, being daring on the bases and just trying to do things to kind of get that offense going?
Well, that's his game. To be in a way, be a pest, sort of like Hampson, who can be a pest. But today was a good Tapia day. He had 3 hits, 2 stolen bases. And we talked prior to the game, I think Patrick mentioned the defense, and, we talked about the potential of a long-ranging diving catch. We saw that. That was a great catch early in the game off the bat of Escobar, that ball down the left field line. That was a great play by Tap. So today is the type of game that, Tap can play. 3 base hits, 2 stolen bases, a ranging play in the outfield, a clutch hit. He puts the bat on the ball. That's what his game is. It sort of, exemplifies what he can do.
Okay, and I don't know if you've been asked about him yet, but Bard, it looks like the velocity's there, location and action just doesn't seem to be. What are you seeing out of him, and what can be done to correct this situation?
I was asked twice previous, but no worries. You had technical difficulties, but yes, it doesn't, with Daniel, he's got good stuff, right? He's got a good breaking ball. He's got good fastball. He's got life to the fastball. Today was just a function for me of, falling behind the count, getting the ball in bad spots. He threw a number of pitches, and the ball was just up out over the plate. And he'll be the first to tell you, the leadoff hitter, Van Meter, is off to a little bit of a slow start. Pitching principles, you can't walk the leadoff guy, especially if that fellow's been scuffling, and that's what happened. So, that set the tone. He got Escobar with the pop-up, Peralta rolled the ball in the hole, and then Vogt, that was, probably the critical at-bat of the inning. He swung through a couple sliders, laid off a slider, laid off a couple fastballs, and the breaking ball that he hit just didn't quite get to the intended spot.
Thank you, buddy.
All right, Larry, can I ask you the last question?
Yes, buddy. Tapia had, a great series against Arizona. Do you see him becoming really one of the elite players in the National League? Elite's a strong word, Larry, but Tap is a solid major league player. I think for me, elite for me is something that when you pass the test of time. Tap had a good 60-game season last year, hitting 322. His on base was 350, 360. He's got some bat-to-ball skills. His defense is improving. But elite is awful strong. But Tap's a solid player. This is another big year for Tap to solidify himself as a professional hitter that hits near or above 300, gets on base, steals bases. Like I mentioned earlier, is a pest. So he had a good year. I agree, Larry. He had a good series. Okay, guys, thanks.
Thank you, buddy. Everyone will have future